Hi everybody. For the third day of this project, you're going to combine your quilt pieces with the quilt pieces that the other people at your table made to make a collaborative quilt piece that'll have pieces from all of the four circles. Before you cut out the circles, look to see that you have stuff in every ring and every quadrant of the circle. If you have a little bit of time, add some more elements. You could do some words, you could do some water patterns, you could maybe cut up some of the leftover colored paper and add something. I did some triangles here with a piece of magazine. I put a heart in the middle. So here I put some tall grasses with some tulips, and then on this one it's kind of a Minnesota lake scene that I cut into a radial design and a little canoe in the middle. I found the word Minnesota somewhere, I put it together. Now, I'm pretending like these belong to 4 different people at my table. Let me show you now how we make them into a quilt. On the back of each piece is that same circle design, lined up perfectly with the front side. This is what each of you guys is going to cut out, and I want you to do it carefully right along these lines so that you have 1, 2, 3 pieces on each quadrant, so 12 total, and then the circle in the middle will be 13 pieces from your quilt. When you go to cut, don't worry about what's on the other side. All you're going to do is just carefully follow these lines, and you're going to be cutting through the stuff that you put on the front side, but that's going to be part of the fun of this project. Cut slowly, and if someone at your table finishes before somebody else by cutting slowly and carefully, they can help you cut out pieces of your quilt. Make sure you follow the line, and right now I'm just doing the paper rotating while I cut, doing my best to just stay right on that line and do a demo video at the same time. Make sure you hold on to your pieces when you're done, set them off to the side so that you don't lose them. There's my first piece. So now we have our 4 circles cut up, and we can flip them over, and now we're going to start arranging them. If at some point you guys run out of time, you should have an envelope or a Ziploc you can put these pieces in so that you don't lose them. Your next step is to get a background paper. We either have white or turquoise as our options, and you want to put your name on the back side. This part is fun. It's kind of like a puzzle. You're going to get your middle circle first, so the one that you did, and then you get to take one small piece from your pile, one from the next person's, and the next person's, and you're going to start to puzzle them together like a quilt, putting them right up next to your centerpiece. They should fit tight without much white space showing in between. Okay, then you're going to do the same thing for the next ring. Alright, so I did circle first, and then the first row, second row, and third row to complete my circle Minnesota quilt piece. And now everybody else at my table should have the same number of pieces, but all of their squares are going to look a little bit different with the circle inside. Hopefully yours is kind of centered on this, and then I believe that we're going to make these into a big wall mosaic or a big wall quilt using all of the students' circle pieces. When you're gluing down the pieces, try not to have the same colors right next to each other. So here I have the pinks are kitty corner, and then the orange doesn't appear again until down here, to try to give it a lot of variety. The last thing you're going to want to do is just sign your name in what you decide is the bottom corner, right down here, nice and small, so that it's consistent with all of the quilt pieces. Hope you guys have fun with this.